All right, and we're ready to begin. I'm trying a different angle here, so now I'm gonna fill the burette up. So here is my burette. And I'm gonna fill this all the way up, a little bit above the top actually. So make sure the stopcock is closed before you do that. You grab a funnel. Oh, that funnel's not gonna fit. This one should. All right. So now I'm gonna fill this all the way up, and the instructions say to fill it up above the 0 line, so that way we can run some excess out. Okay, I'm going to take my funnel out. Oh, still have some more. Can still add some more because it wants me to be above 0. Okay. Now, as you can see here, it is above 0. So what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna run just a little bit into my waste container here, and what that's gonna do is that's going to make sure that my end cap here is actually filled up. So now my meniscus is below the 0 mark, and I'm gonna hold this up so you can read the burette. So make sure you get a good burette reading of the starting point. So this is the starting volume of NaOH. I'm gonna do this 2 times. And so the first time I do it, I'm gonna run through it pretty fast and kind of get an approximation of where the end point is. Then I'll do it again and it'll be a better one. So there's gonna be 2 trials for each of these. So now my directions say, record the volume reading. You should do that. So make sure you have recorded the volume. And now I'm going to use my big pipette here to get 10 mLs. Now this is a strictly volumetric pipette, so it only has one 10 ml marking right there. There's no graduations on it. So what I'm going to do is get my phosphoric acid solution. And it says rinse it a couple of times. So the way I'm gonna rinse it is I'm just going to pull some up, and then back down. And again. Back down. Now this time I'm actually going to collect it, and so I need 10 mLs, and I'm going to put it into a flask. So let me get 10 mLs here. This is the one that counts, so be careful. Switch to the left hand, that's my dominant hand. All right. Nope. There we go. All right, 10 mLs into the flask. All right, Very good. Now, we're gonna add some deionized water. And so the deionized water, I have the gallon of it. So here is this deionized water. I just poured some in here. The amount doesn't matter how much I put in there. I'm just gonna put a little bit so we can see the color change. It says add about 50. So again, the markings on the burette and on the flask are not gonna be particularly exact, but we wanna be able to see a color change. So there we go. Now, that's my deionized water. So now I'm on the back page of this procedure here where it says methyl orange. I want to add 3 drops of methyl orange. So here's my methyl orange to my flask. So 3. All right, let's get that swirled around. Look, it's pink. I like pink. All right, now this wants me to use a magnetic stir. So here's my magnetic stirrer. And I'm gonna get that going, recap my acid. I don't really want to spill that all over myself. That'd be bad. Okay. I got my stirrer positioned here under my burette. Here, let me see if I can move this down. There we go. So yeah, so there's my it's a hot plate system. So there's my hot plate, and I'm gonna have to move this burette on up, but I'm gonna adjust my burette so I can fit my flask under there, and then I'll turn the magnetic stirrer on. So let's move the burette up. Scoot this stuff out of the way so you can see it pretty well. Here's my burette. So let me move this on up. Sneak that flask on under there. And now stir. Let's turn the stirrer on. So you can see that it is indeed stirring the solution. Now, for methyl orange, I'm going to add NaOH until this turns yellow. So it needs to turn yellow and stay yellow. So I'm gonna run this pretty fast right now, and we're just gonna see how much it takes, and then we'll do a second trial, and it'll be better. See, it's starting to turn a little bit orange, but orange is not yellow. There we go, we're getting closer. Let's keep going a little bit more, and let's see how yellow we can make it. There we go. Now it is no longer orange. It is completely yellow. I'm going to add just a tiny bit more to confirm. Yes, so this is yellow. So we went from pink to yellow. Now I'm going to turn off my stirrer, and I'm going to show you, let me get my contrast here. Now I want you to record the final volume here. This is the final volume of my burette for methyl orange trial 1. So you can see about how much it took. And so now I'm gonna get things set up again, and we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna go a lot slower and try to get a more exact, like 1 drop titration. So let me get that set up again, and you can watch me do the titration. Be right back.